Hi everyone and welcome back to Nature Diaries. So you would have seen in the last video that we went to London Wetland Centre. Still the same day, we just went and had a little break at the pub, had a couple of drinks, and now we are walking through Bushy Park, still in London. And Shanks and Steph are going to show us around. Apparently there are free roaming deer here. And there's lots of like little lakes and woodland, and it looks really pretty. So come along with us and we're going to explore this lovely park.
So guys, just to let you know where we are, we're in Bushy Park, but just to put it into a context on the map, it's connected to Hampton Court Palace, and I have it on good authority that this is known as the Queen's Garden, so I guess our Nature Diaries is very fitting with what's going on. There's also a Princess Diana fountain in the park, so it's a nice place. There's lots of locals, there's some ringneck parakeets flying over us now, so again another invasive species, but there's also one other invasive species at least in this park, and that's the fallow deer. So that's the deer species with the palmate antlers. We also have our two native species of deer in the park, the red deer and the roe deer. I've been told as well though, because it's quite a confined park in the middle of London, they do have routine culling here, so I don't know what you guys think about that. There's also ponds with newts in. Steph, what are the species of newts here? Oh, maybe the great crested newt, so our biggest species of newt and our most protected species of newt. So it just shows, even though we're in the capital, there's lots of nature and lots going on. Anyway, we're under loads of lime trees in here, big historic trees, and this one has actually got mistletoe under it. Cheers, babe.
Now if you've been following our Nature Diaries for a while, you've probably seen me rant about people not respecting wildlife and keeping their distance. Now we just watched as a young woman, she was obviously trying to get some kind of Instagram post or TikTok or something, I don't know, something for social media, because her friend was filming her. She was walking straight towards a stag, and then she got too close essentially, and then he began to basically pursue her, which puts her in danger, potentially puts him in danger, and then the species gets a bad name for being aggressive when actually they're just trying to protect their space and protect themselves from humans. So please, if you're in Bushy Park and you see a deer, walk past, keep your distance, enjoy them visually, do not approach.
So we've got a little bit of drama going on in the park here. We've got a stag with his harem. Now we're on the footpath, so we're not going to obviously approach him, but there's two other stags in the distance. and he's just chased them off. So he's holding his ground, keeping his ladies safe, keeps calling out, advertising his presence. There he is, right on cue. But he's also demonstrating the flaming response, so he's sniffing the vulvas of the females, giving it a good making sure they're in season, and then they will try and breed with them. But these are red deer, they're our biggest deer in the country, but because of the layout of our country and the lack of natural forest, they're actually smaller than red deers on the continent, but they are our biggest land animal, and it's quite a pleasure to be close to them. But I am going to step away, I don't want to get that stag chasing at me, so let's bail while we can.
So just for a bit of context, guys, we're walking through this park basically at dusk. So it's when they're probably most active, the deers. And all the males are kicking off. Like, some have harems, some don't, some are younger and haven't established themselves yet. And they're all yelling at each other across the field. Some of them are camouflaged in the bracken and the overgrowth, and you can barely see them, and then they start screaming at each other. You're like, oh my god, there's a deer there. Some of these stags are so big. And it's actually, I'm finding it a bit nerve-wracking because, you know, you've got to respect these animals. They're so big and powerful. You don't want to get attacked by one by pissing it off. So I just want to stress again, please don't approach deer in the wild. They don't like it. And just appreciate them from a distance. So Steph's just let me know that this little woodland garden, it's actually a part of a triple SI, so it's protected area. It's really beautiful actually. I'll show you in a sec, but you can see it's really green and planted up. Let's have a little look around. Got to say, guys, if you're local to Bushy Park and you haven't been at dusk, such a lovely time of day. The lighting is just right. So if you're into your photography and stuff, it's really, really lovely. And the way that the light just hits the trees and things, everything just feels really magical. So I'd highly recommend coming around dusk time. I mean, it's September at the moment, so it's getting darker quicker. So it's probably around, I don't know, maybe 5 o'clock, something like that. Maybe later. I haven't actually checked the time much today. But I think you'll find that if you come when the sun's starting to set, it's just really lovely lighting, really magical place. Okay guys, so we're coming to the end of our walk through Bushy Park, and we've seen a lot of wildlife just in this short time. So lots of deer, lots of male deer kind of yelling at each other, loads of parakeets, squirrels, etc. So it's been a really lovely walk. We're coming to the end, so I'm going to sign out. I hope you enjoyed our couple of London vlogs. We just came up to visit Steph and Shanks for the weekend. Then we're going back home to Devon. But thank you for watching, thank you for staying tuned. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and please make sure to check out our events. So you can head on over to Eventbrite, I'll leave a link in the description box, or you can just search Conservation Chat UK on Eventbrite. We've got loads of stuff coming up for you, and just remember that even if you can't make it live, you'll get the recording. So hopefully we'll see you again soon, and have a good one. See you in the next video.